Hello everybody. Hello. Oh, that's not right. Hello, it's me. It's Andy. Decade Andy here. Let me get the boy on screen. There's the boy. The boy being Brad. We got a boy this week. A
Hey,
lad.
I'm
Lad.
Brad.
How's it going, Brad?
A lad boy. It's going pretty good, thanks, mate. It's not too shab, but it's also not too shiny. And I think the thing that's not too shiny is the most important. Because if it's too shiny, like you can't see where it is because it's too reflective.
That's true, I suppose. Yeah, I could see that. We have yet to start the actual show, but we'll just, as usual, introduce ourselves onto the live stream. I see Orange has popped in. Hello, Orange. Ready to talk about Transformers this week? Are you excited for Transformers, Brad?
I am constantly excited about Transformers because I just can't stop buying them. They are bass, as they say in Scotland. Absolute bass.
I always stop myself because I'm like, okay, wait for a sale. You have to wait for a sale.
It's a sensible thing to do nowadays.
Yeah, well, that's in the theoretical time when they ever go on sale. I do have a sales story to talk about this week, though, so that's something.
There's been a lot of good sales, actually, hasn't there? There's been quite a few tasty sales.
You know what the worst thing is? The best sales come from the US. It's like on TFW, they're like, look at all these Amazon deals. This is on Black Friday sale. This is on Black Friday sale. It's like, you look at the UK and you're like, we got scrap heap. Yeah. It's like
25 quid.
It's like,
which I was never planning on buying anyway, because that's like a seeker hole, isn't it? I don't want to go into that because I'll just end up buying multiple Junkions.
Well, technically, you're going to be doing that anyway, won't you, with Legacy? You've got Scrap Heap and no, what's he called?
Scrap Hook.
Scrap Hook, yeah, and then you've got the core class one that's coming.
Those are fine though, because I can deal with those because they're different molds.
Okay.
It's like, I don't like that Rekgar mold is okay in robot and mode, but then it's not that great transformation.
I never got it. I looked at it and thought that looks okay.
I find it a bit overrated, to be honest.
Oh.
It looks lovely. It looks lovely in both modes, but then it's not fun.
Is that a controversial take?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people don't acknowledge the fact that it's a dick to transform. It is.
The contrarian Brad.
Am I allowed to use profanity? I can't.
Of course you are. I don't care.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I get lost on podcasts. Actually, I've never been on a podcast that doesn't allow profanity.
I can't imagine, like, you've been on Back to the 80s. I know Glenn swears like a trooper.
Oh, he's a trooper, yeah.
The Transformers guys, the other Transformers show,
it's quite hard to outswear them, to be honest.
It is, yeah. You got to step your game up at some point, man.
Just my polite genes kicking in.
But you're Welsh. What polite genes? Come on, man.
I know, exactly.
I know your people. No. You're not polite.
We're not polite at all.
No. I think it's the beatings that you've subliminally pushed out of your brain that you got from becoming a teacher. You don't remember it, but they clockworked orange you. Yeah.
Well, I'm in presentation teacher mode.
Yeah.
Like, don't swear, because constantly all day I'm like, don't swear, and occasionally I swear. It has been known, and the kids all go like,
I can't imagine how difficult it is not to swear in front of kids during school hours.
It is very difficult not to swear.
Have you ever said, like, Thomas, you fucking wanker, get your homework in?
I've never actually called someone a fucking something, but last year, I remember like a specific moment last year where my kids were talking to me about something to do with online, and I just went, I watched way too much fucking TikTok. And they all went like, oh! And I went, shit. So, don't say anything. I'll get in trouble. And they were like, all right.
I wondered if you were just going to like play it like straight faced, like you didn't care, didn't even notice. Or if you were just like gritting your teeth going, ugh! I don't know what the best way is to play it. Is it better to play it like you don't care? Or is it better to play like, oh shit, I made a mistake?
It would depend on the class. Last year's class, I basically told them, like, look, if you do go home and tell your parents I swore, or you tell like the head teacher I swore, I'll get in trouble, and you might not have me as a teacher. And they're like, oh, okay, don't say anything.
Oh, Mr. Brad's the fun teacher.
Yeah, I'm quite popular for being the fun teacher.
Oh my god!
Sometimes until they get bored.
See, I only bring you on the show because you're the serious guy. I bring Brad on for seriousness, not for fun.
Oh man! And when Jason's off doing his naked dances, I assume.
Well, yeah, there's those two. Definitely those two. Shall we get a podcast recorded, do you think? Should we go with that?
Let's record their podcast.
All right, let me set up the music. I'll play that music, and then we can dingle our dongs together and talk about Transformers.
Oh, a bit of a sword fight.
Oh my, yes. Just like in the olden British days, a duel at dawn.
Oh.
Morning wood and all. There you go. All right, let's get that music. No more penis talk, maybe. We'll see.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decade Andy, and the man who can dance and do backflips and is actually a real skater person. It's Mr. Brad's back. Hello, Brad.
No, no one's referred to me as a real skater yet. That's quite humbling.
Do you do BMX as well?
I have a BMX, and I like to ride my BMX around because it's just fun. But I don't actually. I used to do a little bit of dirt jumping, I suppose, but I don't actually BMX. I just try to skateboard.
See, I imagine the only reason... this is wrong, I know this is for a fact. The only reason that you do these sports is because you played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the PlayStation back in the day, or 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and you played the BMX equivalent of BMXXX.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, there was Matt Hoffman's BMX, but then there was BMX XXX, wasn't there? Where you could unlock porn.
I remember well, it wasn't real porn, it was softcore, unfortunately, because my mate Paul got it, and he was like, oh, mate, I got BMXXX. Oh, shit, let's put that
Let's
on.
go and unlock some boob.
Yeah. You know, it was good enough for the time. Nothing like watching a little bit of softcore porn with your mate. It was, to be fair, it wasn't like porn that you had to go outside and find like you had to do when we were kids. You went to woods, you found porn in woods, and you left it there.
Found it in bush. And
found it in bush. You left it there, though. You made sure it was safe.
Went home and washed your hands.
Oh, sometimes you wouldn't wash your hands, though, because we're men.
Oh, those days.
Your mum's like, did you wash your hands? And you just sitting there with sticky hands going, no.
Edges were stuck together.
It was a good time. It was a pure and innocent time before the internet made it too easy.
It was. It's like there was no achievement now, is there?
No,
there's no
it's just there. It's just, well,
there's no achievement.
It's there for free, or it's there to be paid for, which I still will never understand. Have it for free, or pay a lot of money each and every month. It's like, but it's free.
It's a lot of money. It's
yeah.
Why would you?
I don't know.
Just have it for free.
Yeah, I like that. It's like the famous French lady who says, "Let them eat cake," right? Let them eat cake.
Yes.
But let them have porn.
In the Queen song.
Which part?
Get a Queen. Hang on. Let them eat cake. She said. Marie Antoinette.
Oh, Marie Antoinette. Yeah. I should know that. I should know that because she was in Fake Granddaughter. Hey. Yeah. But we're here to talk about Transformers this week, Mr. Brad, believe it or not.
We do those robots.
In disguise. Boo-doo-boo-boo in your eyes. Yeah.
They don't come for free. You have to pay for those.
No, speaking of things that don't come for free, we're going to be talking about the Transformers X Segway Bumblebee Segway go-kart. Last time, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, where I talked about the Megatron Segway.
Is that a Megatron one as well?
Yeah, no, it's like, you know how you get the scooters? It was a motorized scooter, and the Megatron stuff on it was tentative at best. It was a little. I'll let you know the price later. We have a go-kart, a proper big boy go-kart. I remember my mate Ben had a go-kart back in the day. It was one of the ones that had a gearbox and it had pedals, and you pedaled it. Do you remember those ones? They were like flimsy as shit.
Definitely. And if you went down a hill,
mate, you didn't do that.
Steep hill, man, those bolts didn't hold tight.
No,
because the plastic armoring just, you found out it wasn't functional.
Well, it was nothing. Do you remember what the brake was? It was just the handle, which was by the wheel. You pulled it up, and it was just a metal bar that went onto the wheels, and it shredded the wheels. It's like, that's not a brake. That's a metal rod.
And then if like that would break, if you hit that too hard, it just broke anyway.
Oh, because it wasn't
It's
mine,
all
I
like
never did
hollow iron
that.
bar.
I'd never seen that, but I could easily believe it. Because, yeah, like you say, it was hollow. Hollow.
Apart.
This isn't one of them. This is more expensive. I'll read the blurb. It's the Bumblebee Segway Go-Kart Pro. Stopping Decepticons is cruising cool. Let that sink in.
Cruising cool.
Cruising, not with a G, just with an IN and then a little apostrophe. There's no G there. That's how it's cool. Though cool should have been spelled with a K, like kids do on the internet, like I do. Because I'm stupid. Pledged to protect, Bumblebee looked to Segway Labs to help him with his mission to stop Megatron. Wow. Inspired by Bumblebee's unassuming speed. Okay. The Segway Go-Kart Pro, powered by Segway, were designed for speedy ride with a great durability and performance, not like we had back in the day. You can order it now for the low price of $2,299 US. Woo! Sheesh!
Let's go get them.
Yeah.
Oh my, that is a price.
It does look better than what our go-karts looked like, in fairness.
It looks way better.
It's got a seatbelt. There's actually safety involved. Well, minor safety involved.
It's like did the ones back in the day have seatbelts
Oh,
as well?
fuck no. Nah.
Oh, I seem to remember someone with a... Maybe it was just like a seatbelt their parents had made for them. In which case, like, you're attaching your child to the death trap. They have no chance of, like, if it crashes, they will not get out.
Is it... Well, what's better? Is it better to launch your child if they have a crash out of the go-kart, or is it better to keep them in the go-kart as it crumples?
I feel like if it crumples, like, some kind of impaling might go on.
But
there
it's
was
made
a lot
of...
of hollow tubing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It was like hollow. It was shitty plastic too. I'm not sure. Maybe it could puncture. Anything can puncture, I suppose, can't it? If it goes fast
I
enough.
suppose, like, that's why you put, like, the friend you like the least in it when you push it down a hill.
Oh, is that why I got to ride it? Oh.
We've awoken the pain, haven't we?
Pain. But these ones are powered not by our little tiny legs, or little tiny children legs, not ours, because we're big boys. It can go a max of 23 miles per hour, so it's
actually not bad.
Yeah, it's actually nearly the amount that you could go down, like, your estate and keep up with cars, right? Because usually it's about 20 to 30 miles per hour, depending on where you live.
Well,
you live
20
right next
miles
to
an hour everywhere here now, so you'd be breaking the speed limit in it.
Mate, there's so many roads around my my home area that used to be 30, they're now 20, and I'm like, no, I'll just drive 30 around them. I live near a school. No kids have died where I have lived. I'm driving 30. We're fine.
It's all good. Have you seen like the speed chart? They've broken the go-kart up. It's like safety mode, 4.97 miles an hour. That is
whereabouts
safe.
is that?
It's a couple of pictures down. It's like, that's the blue mode. Then the green mode is regular mode, which is 11.2 miles per hour. I love the decimal accuracy of this. Sports mode is 17.4 miles an hour.
Oh, I can't actually see it. I'm looking down, but I don't see no graph.
23 miles an hour. It's on the on TFW. It's like it's on the middle row of pictures on the right. It's at the bottom of that multicolored picture.
I was looking at the actual Segway website. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Why did they split it up?
17.4 miles an hour. Sports mode. And then race mode, just in case you have another overindulgent rich friend that you can race.
I like the fact that the rich mode is where the spoiler part is, because the spoiler part is that's the race part, right?
This is the most important bit for the race.
Yeah. It's all about that downdraft, isn't it? To keep you. I don't know about cars, but I think I've heard people talk about downdraft and spoilers.
Yeah. They basically upside down aeroplane wings that stick the car to the track, essentially.
Oh wow! I bet that's really important for a 23 mile per hour go-kart.
Well, it could mean the difference between winning and losing.
That's true. Yeah,
especially if you're racing for pink slips. So you could end up with two Bumblebee go-kart pros.
Ooh.
From Segway.
Stand back. What do you think of the Transformers branding splattered across this. What do you think? Because this is as good as the Megatron was, with its little Transformers insignia and weird techno detail and a plaque. It gets a plaque just like Megatron had. Megatron had a plaque. This one has a plaque.
I quite like it, to be honest.
What's the plaque?
It's quite tastefully done. Where's the plaque? I haven't seen the plaque.
The plaque is like, if you look at the first 4 pictures, it's the 5th picture. So it's the first picture.
It comes with like a display plaque.
Yeah, because it's limited. It's 199. Sorry, 1,999. I don't know why they didn't make it just 2,000, to be honest, but
They just stamped it. I think that's a bit up its own arse, to be honest.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like someone comes round, you see the go-kart, and then you and it comes with this too. It's number it's not going to be 2,000, is it? It's number 252 of 2,000. It's like, so what's the likelihood of actually getting a race and using your race mode?
Oh, mate, what you're not thinking about is like 100 years in the future, when like a kid or like a young lady goes on to Antiques Roadshow. And they like, how do we know this is authentic? And you pull out the plaque and they go, oh, shit!
It's all like oxidized and
yeah, it's gone from yellow to like greeny brown.
yeah, it's that beautiful like patina looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, retro metal. Yeah, I'd to be honest, if I had odd grand spare, I'd probably buy it. It looks quite nice. I like the styling. I like the little blue light on the front. I would definitely cruise around a year-old in a Segway go-kart.
To be fair, it's cheaper than the Megatron Segway, which I talked about. How much would you guess the Megatron Segway is, unless you've looked at the screen?
Oh, this is cheaper. I haven't looked at the screen. I haven't even seen the Megatron one. So if the Megatron one, are we talking like $3,000?
Well, what if I tell you, Brad, that this one can go a max speed of 43.5 miles per hour?
Oh, it's like it's like the pro version.
Yes, this is classed as a super scooter, not just a scooter, an adult scooter or a child scooter. This is a super scooter.
Either way, it's a fuck ton better than that automatic transforming Prime that is ridiculously expensive. I'd spend the extra grand on this anyway. But I mean, the Megatron one, I'll take a guess at maybe $4,000 then, or 3,500.
You were actually right with 4,000. It's 3,999 and 99 penny poos.
Oh, I'm looking on the screen now.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. It's still just like, hey, it's.
Oh, that's just a scooter.
Yeah, it's got the Decepticon insignia on it.
It looks cool though. That's a 43 mile an hour scooter.
Yeah, it is.
43 point what though? That's the important part we're missing.
What, American speed, I guess?
43.6.
You are paying a lot more, though, for the Megatron version of the scooter, because the standard version is 3,699, so the extra, like, 300 is just for the tiny bits of Megatron merch brand on it. I don't know why it's more, but yeah, it's there.
It's there. They're cool. I think they're great. I'd probably have them to buzz around on if I had that much cash. I think it's a luxury item, but it's also functional.
The mile range is quite different as well. I've just looked at it. The mile range on the go-kart is 15.5 miles. That makes sense. The super scooter, people might have noticed when I was on the image, was 55 miles range.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so that can go a lot further than this. I guess the go-kart is much more for a kid. You know, he's going to arse around and drive around the estate or something. The super scooter is for like the adult gentleman or lady who doesn't want to take the bus, who doesn't want to ride a bike, but they want to take a footpath and just slide on in between the traffic and not, well, maybe they would die. I don't know. But yeah,
traffic dodge. No, you could ride the Megatron scooter through cars.
Exactly. Yeah,
or straight through the middle, chop him in half, or what?
Like was it Dead End in Revenge of the Fallen when he gets sideswiped and he fell in half like that?
Yeah.
With the scooter?
Sideways, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's him. That's the one. Yeah.
He just gets like sworded through the middle.
Yeah, except it's a scooter. Even better.
Scooter.
So Christmas, Brad. Go-kart, scooter, which one are you getting?
Scooter. Just for the mile range, because I think manageably with hotel stays, I could make it up to you on the scooter.
That's probably true, yeah.
That would be my challenge for New Year. Get to Andy on the scooter.
Do it in summer, because you don't want to do that, like, if it's raining. I can't imagine how much of a miserable ride that would be on a Segway.
Is that more of a challenge? And at the end of the day, is that more fun? The answer is no. Let's do it in summer.
You got me there. You do have me there. To be fair, if you're going to hotel, you don't need to pay for gas. Because you just plug it in at the hotel, just charge up. Yeah, they don't charge you for electricity in hotels.
No.
Easy.
That would be great.
Yeah,
that would be good fun.
Trip around the UK on the super scooter. Trip everybody wanted.
The B-Road mission, they'd call it. The B-Road mission.
Well, what's the next bit of news we got, Mr. Brad, Transformer-wise? That's a little bit more Transformer-related than a scooter.
Transformer-related. We have Kang Toys, and I love the name of it. It's Huge Rhino, but I'm going to call it Hug a Rhino, because that sounds like some kind of charity dude, doesn't it? Hug a Rhino.
It does sound cute. I like it. Hug a Rhino.
Huge Rhino. The CT 06 Huge Rhino prototype. This new take on the G1 Predacons brings us a very interesting design, stylized for sure, but still recognizable as the classic G1 characters, plus some new additions to the group. Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just going to be the 5 dudes.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, and they've got like a gorilla to form like the waist area, and I think there's they've got the transforming feet where they're like transform into 2 wolves. So they've got wolf feet.
That's cool. What?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. And they're doing a mini version of these guys as well. So they're like this scale, but they shrank them down to like either legend scale or deluxe scale or something like that.
It's deluxe scale. Oh, I can see the Predacon now. The Prega King now. That is nothing short of spiky, is it?
Oh yeah. Well, you know Prega King.
Absolute spiky. He is very spiky, but that's beautiful. And he's the last one to be released. They've also shared images of the complete Thunder King. I like the name Thunder King more than Predator King, I think. In all of his glory, see the mirrored image on this post. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. This is, wow. I honestly, I don't follow Kang Toy. Kang Toy is like one of the like bigger companies, I'm assuming, that do like third-party stuff, or are they like a...
I don't know.
They did knockoff Kang Toys.
I don't think they're one of the bigger ones. I don't know if they... let's check Shozy, because if anyone's going to have Kang Toy stuff, I would guess it might be these guys. But I'm not sure if they've done anything else, to be honest. And I don't want to be honest with you. Kang Toys. Or Kang Toy. Is this the thing? No, that's not the thing. They're doing Dinobots. I forgot about that. They're doing very stylized Dinobots.
Aren't there enough Dinobots now, though? We have enough.
Not like these ones. If you look on the screen, this is what the Grimlock's going to look like.
Oh, crumbs.
Yeah. Very different, right?
Like Yo Gundam. Yeah, that's like a...
Oh, I talked about these guys last week. Yeah, we got the prototype images of what they're going to look like last week. So not the best kind of clean images, but yeah, they look okay. In terms of company-wise, yeah, it looks like they've done Predator King and the Dinobots, and that's it so far. Oh, and the small version of Huge Rhino. So it's mini Huge Rhino, which I'm sure is a ironic name in a lot of ways. Yeah,
Huggy Rhino.
Huggy Rhino.
Huggy Rhino. I'm gonna be a little bit critical if I can be.
Of course.
Just the actual Predator King, I feel like there's too much to look at. Like there's no surface area there. It's all just a bird that had gelled its feathers with like really sticky hair gel. It looks like there's too many bits, and I can't make out what the actual form is.
Yeah, there's too much going on. I think that's due to the fact that there's, I would say it kind of carries over a little bit, a lot less, but a little bit to the individual robots as well. There's too many colors on it, because there's white, there's black, there's red, there's gold. Yeah. There's too many colors, and it's like a Gundam that, you know, when you see a really well painted Gundam, but it's got just too many different colors on it, so your eyes are just like all over the place, and there's no...
take it in, can you? You just want a bit of like single surface area to be like, oh, that's the main body I'm looking at. Right?
And there's a reason why like everybody likes the Titan Mark II, right? Because it's just black and yellow. A lot of the Gundams are generally 2 colors, 3 colors. Usually you don't go 4 because it's a bit too much. And because once you've stuck it all together in Predaking, and there's all these colors all kind of mushing together, I 100% agree with you. It's too much. There needed to be a lot more solid colors just to... It's almost kind of going down the Transformers movie route where there's just too much going on. And it's a shame because the design's nice. It's a really interesting look.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
There's that picture where it's like kneeling down and he's got his hand on the floor, and it just looks like a lasagna, doesn't it? It just
a horrible
looks like
spiky lasagna.
Yeah, it looks like a really aggressive lasagna. I will say I like it's Rampage, isn't it? The Rhino. Huggy Rhino. I think it's Rampage. I like the robot mode and the animal mode of Huggy Rhino.
Yeah,
better than better than the rest of it. I think he looks great. But yeah, you are right. Too many bastard colors.
Yeah.
Stop putting bastard colors on everything.
Oh shit, Bragg. Jesus, bastard colors. I told you could swear, and now you're going crazy.
I'm going all out. You said go all out, Bede. All out.
Yeah, no,
would you get it?
No, I wouldn't get it. It's not my kind of thing. And like we said, it's a little too much. But I think they've pulled off generally the molds themselves look good. Huggy Rhino looks very round and cuddly in a sense, even in Rhino mode. Like he's not like square. He's not like super angular. He kind of looks like what if I was gonna say like this is what I'd like Rhinox to look like. Apart from what we got in Kingdom, who didn't turn out desperately well, I'd much rather he'd look like this, but like fleshy.
Kind of like cyber armored.
Yeah, I think that's it's an easy way to do these kind of robots, and I think this has turned out quite well. It's just maybe they'll do the really shitty repaint of making Predaking black and then give him the purple highlights. I don't like that. I know was it Mastermind Creation that did that with Feral Rex? I think they did.
No idea.
I'm gonna say they did.
Came out I'd take a guess at Feral Rex because I remember Feral Rex.
Because I don't know. I don't know what else you do with Predaking, and granted, we don't know what Kang toys are like with their repaints, but I guess that's an easy road to go down if you wanted to, I suppose.
Sexy road. You could, though, if you gave him a hug, he might like overdo it and get overexcited and land on you and kill you. Even if he was like normal Rhino size, a normal Rhino would land on you, kill you anyway, wouldn't it?
But
he looks like he might get a bit carried away, and excited if you gave him a hug.
Oh, that's a shame.
He's got spikes on his shoulders as well, which would.
You don't hug somebody's shoulders; you hug their tummy, right?
Or if he sat that well, I suppose.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him a hug. I'd give him I'd give him a nod from across the room.
You give him a man nod, the slow one where you like squint your eyes a lot and you just slow head tilt. Yeah. I know. Yeah,
definitely, just a nod from across the room.
The question is, when are we gonna get like a hippo transformer? Do you think we will? Because hippos are like incredibly dangerous and aggressive creatures, but they don't look very cool.
They don't, do they? But they do cause the most. I think they cause the most deaths by being stupid and aggressive, though, don't they? A bit like cows. Cows are stupid and
they're like super aggressive. Have you seen 2 hippos fight?
No.
It's like there's a few YouTube videos and it's just a bloody mess. Because they've got the massive, super powerful jaws and really big, strong teeth. And if they're like chomping on each other, it's like hungry hippos, but with flesh instead of like little balls.
There's no real sharp bits on a hippo either. It's all like blunt force, I guess, isn't it?
It's all muscle,
like they're mushing their teeth into one another. It's just going to cause big like holes, and gashes. And,
yeah. And young Mikey has told me before that a lot of the dude hippos are like testosteroned up to the max, like roid rage, so they're always looking to tussle.
Just constantly like staring people out. Man, stay away from them hippos.
Whenever I see like videos of like zoo workers putting like watermelons or pumpkins into like a hippo's mouth, I'm like, oh no, be careful, don't fall in there. It's
a bad idea.
Yeah.
But Huggy Rhino, on the other hand,
he's a good boy.
It makes me feel like I would give him a hug now.
Yeah, that's nice.
After all the hippo talk. The hippo transformer wouldn't be bad, would it?
No, but the problem is hippos. If you're gonna choose, if you look at a hippo, look at a rhino's cooler. They have a similar body size, but they have rhinos are cooler because it has a horn. A hippo's just
Infinitely.
got a big mouth, and that's like, eh.
And it looks like it looks like it's made of balloons.
What, the hippo?
Just looks like it's made of circles and balloons, doesn't it? Really, a hippo doesn't. You wouldn't make a spaceship based on a hippo, would you? Well, Starbug looks a bit like a hippo.
Kinda, yeah, just with more legs. More legs. I'm surprised they haven't ever done like a remold of a rhino, transform it into a hippo, because there's not much you have to do. You just change the head a little bit.
There hasn't ever been one, is there?
No, not that. Well, not that I think of. No, I can't think of a hippo
We've
transformer.
we've had at least 3 rhinos, haven't we?
Rhinox,
Backstop,
Rampage.
Rhinox, and Rampage.
Which one's Backstop? Oh, yeah, Cybertron. Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah.
can't remember his Japanese name. But
Backstop.
Backstop.
Because it was stupid. It didn't make it. It's like,
It was
what's your name?
Backstop, wasn't it?
Backstop. Yeah.
Oh, Psydos.
No, Psydos. Yeah, fuck.
Psydos.
Shit. Oh, we get there. We get there. We got there at the end.
We're good. We got there.
Orange has a question. What would a hippo transformer be named?
Oh, Winston.
Winston the transforming hippo.
It would have to be something sensible, like Trample or.
Crunch might not be too bad because it's all about its
That's
mouth.
a nice one.
Yeah.
I'd buy that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blunt force trauma.
You'd be one of those stupid Decepticons, so you just talk with the dumb voice.
Ramhorn, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean Crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah, and he'd always be wanting to eat things.
Just a nasty way to die, isn't it? Crunch.
Yeah, because that'd be the last thing you hear is your head gets popped.
Scrunch came into my head then, but that sounds like a bit like a hair accessory. So let's
Yeah, a little
let's-
bit. Yeah, that's a
crunch. Let's
scrunchie.
go with crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's on the next thing? Let me tell you, Brad, about the official Transformers prints. It's a set, and there's a screen print announcement via Moon Art Gallery, who I've not really heard of, I'll be honest, and Spainters Collective. It's Painters, but with an S at the beginning, so Spainters.
They made that up.
They totally did. Oh, it's a typo.
They made it.
The company was
Could
a
be.
typo, They've got an Instagram account and have made official announcement of their new official Transformer print, so it's officially licensed. These are special. These are a special collaboration between Moon Art Gallery and Spainter, and they are which offer us 4 18 inches by 24 inches. For your centimeter people, that's 45.72 centimeters by 60.96. Love
There's
those
of decimals
points.
going around today, isn't it? We're throwing decimals around like
Crazy.
maths people.
That's why inches are better, because you don't need to fanny on with little decimal places. That. They have a pigment print as a matching hand number set, and a very impressive 36 inches by 12 inches. I'm not going to give you the centimeters. You can work that out yourself. Screen print variant on red foil. Oh, my God. Both editions are of only 100 pieces worldwide. So what are the pieces? We've got Bimblebee, Optimus Prime, Megalotron, Starscream, and they're the red foil versions of each. One's done by Alberto Reyes, not Alberto Del Rio from the WWE, not him. You got
Perfect, isn't it?
it would have been a nice trick, a nice little swerve. Ruzi Burgos, Lorenzo what? What's the first one?
Aurelio Lorenzo.
Aurelio Lorenzo, thank you, and Sanois.
Oh, see, this
Sanois.
is that his taken name? Is he just made that up?
What's Sanois?
Nobody's just called Sanois, are they?
I bet that's not how you pronounce it, right? It can't be Sanois.
Saniosi.
I like Sanois.
Just call him Huggy Rhino. What's a noise?
I like the fact, I went to school with Sanois. We called him Huggy Rhino. It's just easier, wouldn't it?
It's less syllables than Huggy Rhino.
These are going to be available from the 25th, so they're up now. UK, they even got the time for when they're going to be released. Jesus Christ. Let's have a look at them. Yeah. The time for their release was 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. ET, and 10 a.m. PT. So I guess these are estimated to be hot items. The question is,
Yeah.
Brad, how hot do you find them?
I don't know. I feel like because they've got 4 different artists. I'm not sure they really go together that well. Hang on. Starscream definitely doesn't look like he goes with them.
No.
Is the to be honest, I'm just nitpicking there.
The
They're really nice
the Bumblebee
bricks.
one looks like the Netflix series art style, right? And they've
And
got
it's got
Chromia
Alita
and Alita 1 in there as well. And again, they both look like the Netflix show stuff.
Yes.
Fine. The next one, G1 Optimus Prime, I guess,
Yeah.
but kind of technical. The Megatron's a little less. It's a bit more cartoony, and then the Starscream's even more cartoony.
Starscream's like, if you compare Starscream to Bumblebee, if you put those 2 next to each other, it's like they're from different comics and different artists.
100%, yeah.
But where's the big picture of them all together? Yeah,
red-
see, Starscream looks like he's just come from like the Teletubbies on TV set, and Bumblebee looks like he's had a fight, doesn't he?
He does. He's had a tussle.
Yeah.
Are you saying like the Decepticons aren't bringing their A game, and then as you're going from right to left, it's becoming more and more hardcore and hard edge, and then you get to Bumblebee, he's like kill children and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And Starscream's got the cheat codes on, at least.
Yeah, big head
He's
mode,
got like no clipping. He's just going straight into the Doom final boss.
low gravity, all the good G's.
I love the comments on TFW. I will not buy these, but what's our price? Put the second one down.
But what our price?
Did you go through the price? I missed that bit.
No, I didn't actually. No.
So it says the separate character 4-pack is £99.
Oof.
The red foil screen print is £65. The combo price for both is £160. See, you can go to like TF Nation or a convention that isn't officially affiliated with Hasbro and get prints that are better than these for
Oh damn!
less of the price.
Yeah.
They're nice for what they are, but like, what are you buying them for? You're going to frame them, put them on your wall, and people might walk into your room and glance at them. That's
And
a lot of money.
be very judgy towards you,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah. How many times do you have Transformers fans come into your room? Not many. Though the other week, walked into my room and said to me, "Oh, you're missing Rotorstorm there."
And that's where Brad went into the toilet and started crying. I know I am, you fuck.
Gaps. You've spotted my gaps.
What do you think of the red foil version? Because the red foil version is a monochrome version of the normal one that just has Transformers in
the
red
background.
foil in the background. To the point where it's actually difficult to read that it says Transformers, I suppose.
Yeah, the T is mostly covered up by Butchbee,
Bumblebee.
isn't it?
Butchbee. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good name. Butchbee. I like it.
It's actually, I quite like the style of it. It's just £65.
Yeah, I think the black and white might help pull it together a little bit more. It's not quite as obvious that they're very, very different art style. Well, not very different, but they're different enough art styles. They're not for me. Have you looked over on the Moon Art Gallery website, Mr. Brad?
I have. I'm over there now. More Art Gallery website. There is just Transformers the movie lobby card unicorn for 20 quid up there.
I did actually see that like during the week, and I thought, what the hell is this? Because I saw people kept posting this image, and I was like, what the hell is this from? It's from this.
good.
It's actually quite
It's
nice,
really
yeah.
It's beautiful. Like
You know
the
what wouldn't be a
line.
good idea? To have like Cybertron next to it drawn by a 4-year-old and be like, oh, yeah, you put these together as a set.
But like, I feel like, oh, look, I've got a high-res version of this picture now. Let's go and pay money for it.
Yeah,
Because if you zoom in on it, it's quite high-res and quite impressive.
It's not
But
bad,
you
like,
could
yeah.
just- Can I save the image? No, I can't. I just have to screen print it. But still,
Oh, that's easy enough. Screen print's not that
Yeah,
hard, but
you
you
could just
shouldn't
do that.
you shouldn't do that. You should be supporting the artist and all that stuff.
illegal things. I will not buy these, but what our price?
But what up? Classic.
Underneath the post that says, I just realised it's underneath the post that says, this is the price.
Nice.
Dragon is my hero.
They also do a Sonic collection, Transformers collection, Stan Lee collection, Power Rangers collection, Netflix Stranger Things, original Stormtrooper. So is that Nazis? Because they're the original Stormtroopers, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Literature collection, cotton candy dinos, and contemporary art. For a laugh, Brad, what would you like to look at? You will only get one choice.
Cotton candy dinos.
You want to look at cotton
candy dinos all day. I want to know what goes on there.
Let's see what cotton candy dinosaurs are. All right, cotton candy dinosaurs are.
Oh, look at them.
They're not exactly what I wanted, to be honest, from the name cotton candy dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs that seem to be well drawn, no doubt, but they're painted in a really nice kind of bright color style, which is quite nice. But
I quite like those. But yeah, there's.
I was expecting like cotton candy, right?
Yeah, like something you'd buy at the fair, like if I like balloon animals or something like that.
Yeah, like something you'd get from like Disney World or Universal Studios, and it's like cotton candy shaped into a dinosaur, which would be actually quite difficult, I would imagine, right?
But the challenge and complexity of it would make. That's what would sell it, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Well, that's the art, right? That's the art form. Well, maybe to do something like that, maybe it would have to be the lies like you have to do for advertising, where you're like, oh, how do you make the cheese so gooey? It's like, well, it's PVA glue, and you go, oh, so I'll never get that. No,
and that ruins it.
It's fascinating. Have you seen those videos where it shows you how they do? It's fascinating, but really depressing.
Where they glue things together and like hairspray buns and all kinds of shit like that.
And they get like shoe varnish to paint like chicken legs to make it look like they're roasted well. It's like fucking hell.
It's brilliant.
Who thought of those things as well? Who was the guy that said, you know what? Get some shoe polish. Put that on that chicken leg. Boom.
Get it on the chicken.
Easy.
Proper delish.
Don't eat it though. Don't eat it. Well, there we go. That was Moon Art Studios. Brad, what's on next? What are we talking about next?
Just drop the mouse. There's a little bit of a detective work into supermarket systems again. So, thanks to the detective work of JT Prime 17 from TFW, there's 2 new target listings for Earthspark Deluxes. No, there's not. They're not both Earthspark Deluxes. So there's Earthspark Deluxe Starscream and a Legacy Buzzworthy Bumblebee multi-pack. So have you saying you've watched Earthspark? Has Starscream showed up yet?
Yes, he has. Yeah, he popped up for like a very small amount of time. Yeah.
So what I'm interested in with this is that Starscream is a deluxe, not a Voyager.
No, they're
all deluxes.
Yeah. Well, do you remember what they did with Cyberverse?
Yes.
It's going to be that again because it's the kids line, so they're like, fuck the kids. As far as I can tell, that's the idea Hasbro's having, that they don't need to actually put any effort into the kids line on the basis that the kids, so who fucking cares, will just focus on giving the better quality toys to the collector market which the kids can also buy.
When Cyberverse, all right though, were most of them pretty good.
Like, there was only the deluxe toys that were good, and then everything was like fast action battle changes of different sizes, and there were cheap toys. That was it. And even the deluxe toys were not up to the same level as, I would say, the other deluxes of that same area.
Like Warrior Class stuff from RID 2015.
Yeah,
they were sort of okay. They were better than the Warrior Class,
because the Warrior Class is still a thing. The Warrior Class existed in Cyberverse, and the Warrior Class exists now for Earthspark. But then there's the deluxe line, which I assume is like for slightly older kids and or as older collectors who are actually watching the show and want a somewhat decent representation of that figure. I assume. Okay. But you know, it's going to be a limited line. It's super disappointing. But at least Starscream's there. I mean, he's not in the first half of the season, really. But
is the cartoon any good? From what I saw, it was all right.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. But it wasn't like, now I have to go and watch the rest of the episodes when I get back home. It was more like, well, I've kind of seen it and it's okay.
I won't go into a deep dive. Last week I said, should I talk about the show fully? Because I'd watched the first half of the season, which is out, and people said, no, wait till next week. I'll wait until like there's somebody else who I can talk with who's fully seen it. So I know you're not too fussed on spoilers, but you know, get into it. But in terms of like, I only found like half of the episodes worth watching, and even those 5 episodes were not like really good. They were just like at least 5 of the episodes were, you know, episodes of like Fraggle Rock where it's just like really basic kids message.
Yeah,
it's like that. Yeah, but the problem is this is a Transformers show. Fraggle Rock was really good and done with puppets. And you know, even the G1 cartoon didn't get that bogged down. There was always like a fun fight, you know. Don't get me wrong. There was some bad episodes in G1. I'm not crazy, you know. I remember season 2 with like Astoria, and the Transformers go to Hollywood and stuff like that. You know,
Carnage and season 3 when it Carnage.
That was season 3. I would describe the 5 episodes to be more like a moral kid message version of those kind of bad G1 episodes where you're like, I'd rather watch like Dinobot Island. I don't know, Return of Optimus Prime or something.
Something with some story. The Desertion of the Dinobots. That was always a good one.
That was a good one.
Dinobots. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay. But Buzzworthy pack then. I'm quite excited. I always like the Buzzworthy line is exciting because you never know what's coming with the Buzzworthy line.
The problem with the multi-packs is, though, surely the problem with the multi-packs is, though, that it's usually like you want one figure and then there's 3 other figures which you're like, no one wants them.
What was the last one? There was like a kickback.
Yeah, it was the Insecticon pack. It was kickback. It was repaint of Waspinator into... It wasn't Venom. It was something like... It was purple. It was purple Venom, whatever that was called.
It was ugly.
There was toy version of Scorponok, which was a terrible toy anyway, from what I was told. Beast Wars Scorponok. And then there was Goldbug, which was the Bumblebee toy, which nobody thought was very good anyway.
Yeah.
So
the Deluxe Bumblebee?
Yeah.
Who said that wasn't good? That's a lovely toy.
I've seen a few people say it wasn't great. Or maybe it was the Cliff Jumper version that they said wasn't good.
No, it was the Cliff Jumper version.
Was it?
Wasn't very... I don't know. I'm not going to pretend. I quite like them both, though. I quite like those both of those things.
Okay. I'll have to take your word on it. I never got them because I was like, I don't care about Bumblebee.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Okay.
I see where you're going with the 4-pack thing.
Especially because it's like $79.99, so that's probably going to be £77, right?
Just gonna repaint deluxes we've already got.
What for?
Like, not the best deluxes.
What for would you pick from Legacy so far?
Oh, okay. Legacy 4.
Yeah, obviously there are some that have already had repaints, like Skids, because he's been painted black. So
stuff that hasn't been repainted from Legacy.
Yeah.
To put in a 4-pack, all deluxes. So I'd have to put in. I'd probably put in one of the Stunticons that hasn't been repainted. So I'm assuming like maybe a Wildrider or a Dead End.
That would be such a dick move as well, because that would be one that Hasbro would know people would want. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the G2 Colors one.
Yeah.
I think that'd be that's a good prediction. Maybe.
Oh, that's a dick
G2
move.
Colors Stunticon. You know, there's going to be a dick move in there somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Legacy. What else do we have from Legacy? I'm looking around. I've got all the Legacy stuff, and it's like, where is it? It's the Legacy things. So, are they going to do another?
Who came in the wave with Dead End? Because maybe like the Dead End wave would be, because that wave's like out now, right? So maybe.
Crankcase.
Oh, he was in that wave. Okay, who could you do Crankcase into? Could you do him into Swerve at a push, like IDW Swerve?
You could, I mean, you could do that with Skids anyway, couldn't you?
Kinda.
You could swerve him up.
Yeah.
I mean, they might. Maybe a Velocitron repaint. I don't know. Maybe. Do you know what? They might do the Blue Cosmos.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? I can't remember the name of it, but it's a girl, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was just Blue Cosmos. Wasn't it like a Mexican G1 repaint or something originally back in day?
Yeah. I thought it was a female Transformer.
It might have been one of those things where in modern days it's been repurposed into that, like Glyph. So maybe it's something like that. Yeah, I could buy that. Who else? Who else would be in a 4-pack?
Quick look at the Legacy Transformers. So, I mean, Point Blank would be a good call, maybe.
Who would you do Point Blank into?
You know what? I really have this bad feeling about Point Blank, and Zorty, I think, mentioned it the other day that they're just going to Point Blank. They're going to Sure Shot Point Blank, and we're just going to have So Sure Shot could be like a. Are they just going to do a repaint of Point Blank into Sure Shot? That could be done.
That'd be sad.
I don't know. If it's, I mean,
could you remold and use the same transformation from what's the name, Nitro Convoy into that?
Yeah.
Could that work?
So, yeah.
Like transformation wise, because you've got it. I don't know if it's possible.
Maybe, but it's if Sure Shot is a deluxe. Nitro Convoy is a Voyager.
Yeah, they don't care about
Override's
that.
a Voyager. Yeah.
To be fair, they do. They're kind of a bit more anal about that kind of stuff now.
Yeah. Who would be the Bumblebee then? It could be. Oh, I don't know. That's a weird one, isn't it? Who would the Bumblebee be? What Bumblebee figure would they put in? They haven't re-released the Netflix one.
Could you?
I don't think they can. It's like Netflix Soundwave. They can't re-release it.
Repaint Waspinator into Bumblebee and call him B-Boy or Beanator.
Let's do that. Yes. That's what's happening now.
Give him a little Bumblebee head instead of the Waspinator head.
Who was that? Who was the last Beast Wars figure to come out? Was it Scorponok? Or was it Tarantulas?
Inferno?
I think it was Tarantulas. Deluxe one.
Oh, deluxe one. Tarantulas.
I think it was Tarantulas, yeah.
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
could do Tarantulas. There's bound to be they seem to want to make the most of the Beast Wars figures, don't they? And remold the Beast. So there could be a couple of beasts in there.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually do the black Tarantulas, the black and silver one. And that would be, I think,
That'd be
one
cool.
would be interested in, because it's a nice colour scheme anyway. So it's like,
Was it David 2001 says Netflix B is tied up with Walmart, same as the Boombox Soundwave. There we go then.
Oh, well, there you go.
Walmart will not let we're not making any more of these, but you're not selling them.
And don't worry about saying his name, because it's Big Swingin' D.
Big Swingin' D.
That's his official name, Big Swingin' D.
I like that. Big Swingin' D. I'll ask you later how he got that.
You'll have to ask Gruff. He's the one that named him.
Oh, really?
It just
Good
stuck.
old
Man.
Gruff.
Good old
I've
Gruff.
seen Gruff for ages.
Yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see what this multi-pack will be, but I if it has 2 figures in that I like, then it'll have been better than any of the previous multi-packs so far. What was the first multi-pack? Oh, it was the one that had the repaint of Black Arachnia into her toy colours, wasn't it? That's the one.
Oh, yeah. What was the Bumblebee in that then? I can't. I remember the I quite like the double packs. There's like the movie double packs of Bumblebee and Stinger. Oh, they're pretty good and they're quite cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
The 4-pack seemed to just. Was it the one with which headmaster was it? Fangry?
Oh, I think it was that pack. That one actually had 2 figures in, because the Black Arachnia was not the best, but it was like, it was interesting enough. And it had the Fangry, and everybody got annoyed, because it's like, why didn't you just release Fangry on his own? People would have bought him.
Exactly. Let's have a look at the Buzzworthy 4-pack. Here we go.
And they still haven't done a Horrible or Squeeze Play.
They haven't, have they?
No. We're all about making full teams.
Horrible would be an amazing one as well. His colours, like the blue and the grey and the red, are lovely.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not even red. It's like pink. It's like bright pink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Little pink horns.
I only ever had the head of Horrible for some reason.
Oh, shame.
Yeah. Oh, Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that yellow kickback always makes me go like. Ugh.
What's wrong with yellow kickback?
It just looks horrible.
I like kickback. I mean, I think the problem with the kickback in that set was the waist, which was painted over, which was black painted over with yellow, so it doesn't look really nice.
Oh,
that's the problem with it.
It just looks like his weapons are made of wee. Crystallized wee. You know when like you get a toilet that hasn't been cleaned for ages and the wee crystallizes on it. That's what his weapons are.
I don't know what you're talking about. When I pee, it's red. So
we'll talk about that later. Oh, there was a Nemesis Primal in that Fangry pack as well, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah, like the purple Optimus Primal Voyager figure. So they might have Voyagers in there.
Oh yeah.
Never know, never know.
Yeah, I guess. Well, no. If it's 77, I guess it doesn't state. Oh no, it says it's a 4-pack, doesn't it? If it's 77, no, it doesn't say how many there are in the pack. So yeah, maybe it's only 2 figures, and that's why it's 77.
It's a 4-pack.
Oh, it is a 4-pack.
It is a 4-pack. But there was in the one with Black Arachnia, Fangery, and Bumblebee from the Cliffjumper mold. There's Nemesis Prime, Optimus Primal, the Voyager.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe it'd be more of a surprise than we thought.
The Jack asks, have there been any plans of any new Transformer games? Not that are worth talking about. No. Not that are worth talking about. Like, I think the best ones you get, like, mobile games are, like, shitty VR games, and that's unfortunately about it.
Is that tactics game that quite a few people seem to play that's meant to be okay?
Is that okay,
because Dance Wars kind of, but with Transformers?
Yeah, is that like it's actually good though? Is that like it's good relative to like mobile phone games?
I think the latter.
Yeah, that's what I would assume as well. To be honest, yeah, maybe one day we'll get games again, but who knows?
Wolfenstein Cybertron was a lot of fun.
Let's move on. Actually, I'll let you take the next story, Brad, because you like the movie. You like.
Oh, I do like the movies. Let's open up the next story. I was excited by this one. So we have 2 new Rise of the Beasts figures. First looks. We have Air Racer. I think Air Racer came out a few days earlier.
No, this is a different Air Racer because there were 2 different Air Racers. There's this one and then the one that was previously shown.
Was there?
Yes.
I did not know this. I missed that news. So this Air Racer is it's like a heavy retool of the Kingdom one, I'm assuming. Well, I've read actually it's a heavy retool of the Kingdom one. But more excitedly, and definitely one that excites me a bit more, is Battletrap, who is like big. When I saw it, I thought, oh, that's that Junkyard guy that's in Legacy. But no, it's a whole brand new Battletrap mold. He just looks amazing, I think.
What do you think of his face? I think his face is a bit on the strange side. He's got one of those weird bug mouths, it looks like.
He looks like he's missing the bottom part of his face, doesn't he?
A little bit.
His face it's very Bayformers, his face.
Yeah,
but I quite like Bayformers now. It's a little bit retro, isn't it? It's a little bit like that time sad. Where everything just looked weird. And everyone kind of looks back at Bayformers like, oh, that was a good time. That was a good time. It kind of was. I don't know. It was exciting, and that's what this kind of reminds me of. I remember going to buy. Actually, the 2007 robots were a bit cack, weren't they? But I remember when Revenge of the Fallen came out, and I went to buy Rampage, and that was like mega exciting.
I would say in terms of the brand, it was an exciting time because they weren't only doing just that; they were doing a lot of the chud stuff as well at that point. So stuff was kicking off pretty hard because the money was flowing and it was flowing well. So I would agree that I wouldn't agree with the movie toys, but that Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime was classed in Japan as a masterpiece toy for a reason because it was fucking complicated as shit. That was not designed for a kid to play with.
Like Revenge of the Fallen had I remember like loads of parents taking toys back to Toys R Us and places like that because they couldn't transform it. And I saw it firsthand in Tesco. People bringing Transformers toys back saying, my kid can't transform this. It's like a flipping Rubik's Cube. But then I think like Dark of the Moon got the balance between the complexity, the look, and the fun. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. There's some decent ones in Dark of the Moon.
Oh, Dark of the Moon Ratchet is still one of the best figures. I've got the Studio Series Ratchet, and Dark of the Moon Ratchet is better than the Studio Series Ratchet.
Wow, really?
Oh, it's a brilliant figure, the Dark of the Moon Ratchet.
Oh, wow.
Just because it's a bit simpler. I think they're very similar. But this Scraphook, sorry, going back to Scraphook, very exciting. I really like the amount of detail on it and the how good the robot mode looks, just in terms of like the shape of the robot mode and the I can't think of the word. Just the proportions is what I was looking for. The proportions of the robot mode look absolutely spot on. It's good. It's nice. And Air Razor looks all right. There's been a few pictures this week of the beast modes, hasn't there? And everyone's like, hey, they look like robot animals and not a mess.
Like you said, it definitely shares some engineering cues with the Kingdom one. There's a side by side of the two of them standing together, and there's a lot of similarities. which is fine.
They do look quite similar, don't they? Just
I think
it's taller.
the proportions look a little bit nicer on the movie one, definitely.
Yeah.
Where's the bird
Definitely.
from? The bird again
She's
looks
got
a
a
little bit
party
cleaner.
mask.
What's that? Sorry.
Yeah. She's got a party mask on. The movie one. Definitely
Yeah.
a party mask.
That's right. I just want to know what the other air razor is. I'll see if I can find it, because there was an earlier air razor that I talked about, I guess, the previous week. And I thought it looked actually a lot better than that. But these would be...
Oh, really?
It made me wonder, like, if this is going to be one of those things of, this is an air razor, this one that we're talking about this week, but it's another bird, and it's like their best bird buddies. I don't know. Because to me, they look different enough. Maybe one's like a prototype. Having to back scroll through all of
I'll go down
TFW.
That's quite interesting. I'm quite interested now to see what's going on with it then.
Yeah,
or is it
same.
a masterpiece? Well, they wouldn't masterpiece air razor, would they? That'd be silly.
Here's a question. What do you think of the top-down image of Scrap Hook? Because I quickly showed it on screen for a bit. And it doesn't look the best from top-down. He's
where you can see his hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
He looks okay from the side. I will say from the side, he seems to have some clearance issues from the ground. There's the air razor. If you look on screen, on the stream, Mr. Brad, there's the other air razor.
Lucky. That's okay.
Yeah, I think I like this one a lot more.
That one, yeah, the head on that one looks much better.
Yeah.
But they're different enough to be completely different toys, aren't they?
And that's why I wondered, like, is this one the one that we're talking about this week, the dude, and this one is like the chick or the young kid version?
Yeah.
And they're like best friends hanging out.
Best pals, or even a family.
Oh, a family of birds. Ugh, like
birds.
pigeons. I will say that at least with this air razor, I have the same issue that I did with the air razor last week. It's basic fact that I don't think the colors are very interesting. They're very muted. They're very bland.
Yeah.
I'd like a repaint maybe of not this one, but the other one into like more interesting colors, and I'd be more on board for getting that. I think the
silver and gold.
Yeah. Well, anything. Make him like a green and orange bird. I don't care. Something a bit more pop.
Brown.
Yeah, a muted brown as well. Very dark.
Yeah, it's almost beige, but it's not beige enough to be good.
And if on screen is like a side view scrap of what's the other guy called? Battletrap.
Got it wrong completely.
And his you can clearly see like his foot goes underneath his car mode and is very very close to the floor.
Yeah, that's going to give you issues, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody ever I don't know if anyone actually does, plays with their toys and rolls them along the floor, but you want to at least have it roll.
Well, I think you need to have it roll at least for kids, right?
Yeah. The hands at the top as well. Now that I can see them, that's a bit like, well, I'll probably still buy it though.
I don't like this or this or this, but I'll get it.
I'll get it. I don't like it. What is price?
What is price? Give me money. I do like the color on this guy though. Generally, the yellow, the kind of yellowy orange, like it's not painted yellow, so it's nice looking, and the black work well off each other. I just think the face looks a bit weird. It's a bit too Bayformery for me. And the air razor, I think the previous air razor was better, and it still has the color issue that I'm not too fond of. But then they don't look like terrible figures. They just like aren't tickling me in the best kind of ways possible so far.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think Battletrap's going to be in the film?
He is.
Yeah.
Or she is. Either way, yeah. They've already the tow truck was in the production shots that I don't think they were leaked or. Oh, I don't think they were leaked. It was in the production shots with Nightbird, and because Nightbird is the muscle car. I can't remember what it was, or a Camaro or something like that, an older one.
Whenever I hear Transformer is in movie, I think, oh, like Jolt. Remember Jolt?
Yeah, I've got the new Studio Series Jolt. I've got Revenge of the Fallen ones. Revenge of the Fallen one was one of the best Jolt figures. It was one of the best Jolt figures. No, it was one of the best Revenge of the Fallen figures, I thought. It was really nice. But then the Studio Series one, not great. But yeah, Jolt, but it's just like, we need you to put this car in the film, make it into a character.
Did he have a load of scenes cut? I can't remember offhand.
I don't know. I know he was the guy that electrified Jetfire armor onto Prime, wasn't he?
Yeah, brought him back to life. He had Jesus powers.
Yeah. Take my parts.
He killed himself. What a film.
I'm just going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Take my part. You could have just taken them off and given them to him, really, couldn't you?
Nah, I'm out. I'm old and want to die. Jesus. Let me move on to the last kind of bit of news, which is just, hey, here are the guests for TFCon Los Angeles, which is taking place in March from the 10th to the 12th in 2023. So we got John Mashuda Jr., Blur and all that jazz. We got Neil Ross. We've got Greg Bugar, or Berger, as you want to call, Michael Bell, ding that dong, and Dan Gilverzane. So if you like your G1 voice actors, TFCon Los Angeles is going to be not a bad place to like tidy up some of those autographs you might be wanting, right? You going, Brad? It's only in March.
I was only gonna go if Sanois was there, but because Sanois isn't going,
shit,
then I'm not gonna go.
Could have got him. What about Huggy Rhino? Special guest star Huggy Rhino.
Yeah, there should be one vendor selling nothing but Huggy Rhinos. Just a whole table full of them for like $10 each.
Let's be fair, Huggy Rhino would actually not be a bad like plush figure to make for Transformers, I think, at this point.
Let's just have a Huggy Rhino.
The Huggy Rhino
Perfect,
boys.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Branch out.
Well, that's all the news for this week. If people have questions in the chat for us, you can start typing them up. But until then, I'll ask Brad, what you been up to this week or weeks, or what have you done recently for fun? Because it's been a while since we've seen you.
It has, yeah. Well, what happened last week? Last week I was being monitored Monday morning.
Oh, sinister. Okay.
So I teacher monitoring.
That kind of monitor.
I needed to get a good night's sleep in. Yeah.
I thought you meant like the government was monitoring you or something.
That's like a constant anyway.
Oh no.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, I went to Roll Call, which was quite cool. I went down to stay with Emily and Mr. Dave Mentz, and it was a good time. We had a mega sleepover on the Saturday, and then hit Fording Bridge on the Sunday for Roll Call, which is run by Mr. Dave Tree of all the cool stuff, and it was great. It was like there was way more stalls there this year, which was loads of fun. I don't know if you know Rohan from TF the Show. And my mate Sam had a stall there. Phantasm was there.
Hey.
I'll tell you who was there. Datum was there.
Oh, was he? Oh, damn.
Yeah, he just appeared out of nowhere, Datum. So I had a lovely chat with that man and gave him a big hug. It was a good time. I bought a few. Shall I get him out?
Yeah, get it out.
Get it out. Shall I just get him out?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Box of goodies here. So I bought a couple of. I'll just grab a few out. So G2 GoBots and Spy Changers. They're loads of fun. And I got there's a couple more. And they're just like really, really good Micromasters, which are loads of fun.
Did they come with them? Have you got the guns with them or no guns?
No guns with them. But Rohan messaged me yesterday and said I got a package to send down to you. So I'm thinking he might be sending me the guns down.
Hopefully, or like a dead rat. You don't know.
A dead rat would be. You could use that as a firearm, couldn't you?
That's true. Yeah.
Right in there. But otherwise, I picked up an Armada scavenger in the box. It was used, but like someone had put the twist ties back on.
Oh wow, that's dedication to like put it back in the box.
I know.
I'm gonna resell this toy. I'm gonna put it back in the box and retwist all of the twist ties.
You could be calling me all the names under the sun. I haven't got my headphones on. I'll never know. There we go.
You never know.
Yeah, 15 quid and all the twist ties are back on it and everything.
That's not bad. I mean, he's no Treadbolt from Energon. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but like walkie function, like silly old Armada stuff it's my bread and butter, isn't it? Apart from that, not too much. I got Inferno today, and I got what's his name, Crankcase today. He's lovely. I got Dead End, who is just I was expecting some kind of obvious drag strip retool, and he's not. He's brilliant.
Oh wow,
absolutely fantastic.
Because we know for a fact the Breakdown's just a redo of Wild Rider. So it's nice to hear that he's not just a reshell or retool of
completely different.
Dead End. Sorry, Dragstrip. That's good.
So different, and like really nice.
What about Inferno though? Tell me about Inferno, because he's the interesting guy.
Yeah, he is like So I only transformed him once, and he's just. So one of my other mates called Adam said like you should probably get Inferno, and he was the one I was like really thinking about getting from Beast Wars. I grabbed him today, and as soon as I opened him, it was just like it was a good time.
Wow.
He does everything he's supposed to do, and he looks. It's just how I don't know. I can't figure out what the best thing about him is. Like the plastic, like the feel of him is proper quality. There's no drag in it.
When
There's
you say
like,
that, is it like a distinctly different feeling to the other Transformers from Legacy feel?
It's like Override. Override was like he feels like he's Cybertron toy, like chunky, big, clunky, good quality plastic. Whereas like if you take like I don't know Crankcase, he's a bit. You can feel he's the cheap plastic, like the skids mold is.
Right.
But this is like really nice, and he's bulky, heavy, weighty, and he just looks really good. He's angry.
How's he compared to like Jahaxis? Because I hear Jahaxis was one of the really surprising high quality Legacy figures. So how's he compared to him?
In terms of, I've only played with Jahaxis once, I think.
Do you not own him?
No, I don't own Jahaxis. But it was recent though. It was about 3 weeks ago, and he was very surprising.
Why don't you have Jahaxis?
I'm waiting for him to come down in price.
Ah, same. Okay.
If it comes down to about 20 quid, I'll get Jahaxis. But otherwise, I'm not too bothered.
You're willing to splurge on Inferno because he's the boy.
Well, yeah. He's actually I had a voucher as well, so I was
whoa, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
30 quid voucher. So I was like, right, throwing down on Inferno and Crankcase because
Yeah, all right.
Starscream was nowhere to be seen yet in Smiths. Actually, he's coming out. He's in about 3 stores nationwide.
God, I forgot there was a Starscream. I completely forgot.
That's coming out soon. Oh, I also got Point Blank as well.
Hey. Oh, you basically got all of the new wave. Didn't all of the new wave basically hit like today or this weekend or something?
That's so Dead End and Point Blank arrived last week from Pulse midweek. A couple of days later than Kapow. Oh, no, I got them from Kapow.
Oh.
So they came up on Kapow, and I cancelled my Pulse orders. And then Inferno and Crankcase, I cancelled my Pulse orders for today because I got them today. And then Starscream's coming from Pulse because I can't chip them all away, can I?
No.
But yeah, I've pretty much got the entirety of the new wave that I want, and I might get a Skullgrin. Me and Ed are going to go shopping sometime soon and probably buy each other a Skullgrin for Christmas. So I'll have all the new wave. Yeah, that's what we do. We do a non-secret Santa, secret Santa.
I mean, that's nice.
We just buy each other a toy. Yeah.
I'm surprised that you go for Skullgrin because he looks kind of wonky. Let's say.
To be honest, it'll just be a case of I haven't got that one yet, so I'll have that one.
Oh no.
Whereas, yeah, I just buy the ones I want. I've got. So it'll be a case. Sometimes me and Ed go shopping and we just buy something that, like, I bought this a couple of weeks ago when I went to visit Johnny, the Velocitron Blur. You can't even see it properly. It's shite. So I'm just giving it to Luffy.
Why is it shite? Why is it shite?
So it as a blur, the blur mold I'm actually fine with. I know lots of people don't like it. It's these wheels I can't deal with. They're just molded plastic.
Oh, I thought they'd spin. Are they not like?
No,
oh, wow.
They don't spin. And if I'd noticed that, I wouldn't have bought him. It's all right, and I like the face on it.
Yeah.
But I was just going to give it to Luffy. Luffy can have him. Because Luffy will love him more than I love him.
Oh.
But apart from that, there's not much else been going on. I'm going to visit my mate Adam, the same one I was talking about before.
At Atom.
Again in a couple of weeks, and we're probably going to... No, not that at Atom.
Oh.
I said not that Adam, a different Adam. Adam Crazy. Me and Left are going to go visit him. We'll probably hit Leicester Vintage.
Ooh.
The old Leicester Vintage toy shop. So we'll go there and see what they've got in stock. But
nice.
Yeah, just busying up with work and Christmas, but at the same time, keeping buying the toys.
Yeah, it won't be long till you have your Christmas break, right? Shouldn't be too far off.
So it's late actually this year. It's the 23rd we break up.
Oh.
So yeah, 23rd is a late Crimbus. But that's okay because then get like a long New Year. I'd much rather because if you break up a week before Christmas, that week you have off before Christmas is mental. You've got to get all your shopping done, and you end up rushing around because it's Christmas. Whereas if you break up like right before Christmas, you haven't got any choice. You've just got to go straight into Christmas, and then you've got like the whole like after Christmas. It's nice. It's just nice. I prefer a late breakup, and then just like a ooh. So I'm going to visit. Do you remember H?
H.
H is of the InGen crew.
Not the letter from Sesame Street.
Go with you. No.
Oh.
That episode of Sesame Street, though. I tell you what, Guy Smiley stabbing up the house. I'm going to visit H over New Year in London, which would be lovely, and just have a nice big.
It'll be nice. It will be nice to see you, mate. But let's be honest, mate. You'll be in London. It's not going to be that nice.
It's Enfield, and we're not actually going into London.
Oh,
so
okay.
We'll just hang out at his house for a couple of days. Maybe take a car trip to Smith's down the road, and then come back.
That's better. You said you were going to London. I was like, oh no.
Oh, no, I'm not actually going into London. Stuff
That's
like
fine.
No,
Oof.
to that.
Sheesh.
Oof, that was no. There won't be any London. He doesn't like going out, so and neither do I. So it's ideal.
Perfect.
Yeah. What about you, man? What's been going down? What's been going troop?
Well, I didn't mention it last week because I completely forgot, but I did hint that I got a deal, a little Black Friday deal on a transforming toy. I got Motormaster. He was on a lovely Black Friday deal.
How much you going for?
He was, what was it? It was 60 something. 60 something. I was like, but before then, you know, he's like 100 at one point, then 89.99, and I was like, no. I'll wait for a sale. I saw it going down to 60 something. I was like, it's probably like 67, 68 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I still think it's maybe a little bit too high, but I don't think it was ever going to go as low as like the Rodimus. Rodimus got to like 45, I think.
40 in Argos.
Oh, it got to 40. Oh, damn. Okay. I don't think...
But it's never in stock.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't think Motormaster would have ever gone that low. I might be wrong in the future, but you know what? Once it got to that price, I was like, I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's a bigger figure. I'm going to be getting it, let's check. This first or the second week of December.
So where'd you get it from then?
Amazon. It's on Amazon deals. It was like the only thing they had on. It was him and Scrap Heap. And that was
Scrap Heap was like, Scrap Heap was actually, if you want Scrap Heap, it's actually a good deal for Scrap Heap. It's like 25 quid. But even at that, I was like, I can't be asked. If he goes down to like 15, I'll buy a Scrap Heap. He's going to be in TK Maxx in 10 minutes, isn't he? Just loads of fucking Scrap Heaps.
Yeah, I've got my eyes on like Inferno. I put on my watch list. I've got Tarantulas on my watch list. I've got Tarn on the watch list. Just to see if they come down in price. Oddly enough, because it's Amazon and Amazon's weird as shit, Tarantulas has gone up in price, so he's now £28. It's like, okay. Weird sellers.
Like, they do have like they're really like spot sales as well. I think Prime Knockout, it was a decent figure based on the Jazz mold, went down to like 12 quid at one point.
Oh, yeah, I saw that as well. I was like, yeah, I don't.
Voucher deal? Yeah,
I don't want that.
That's a nice figure.
It's not Knockout though.
Yeah. No, it isn't Knockout.
It's not the Knockout.
He looks like a mime.
What? How does he look like a mime? What makes him look like a mime?
He looks like Dot from the Dot Stop, the white face paint. You know what I mean? When you see a mime in the street, he always got white face paint, and he just looks like he's got his fork there going like that.
Yeah, sure. Oh, he was Motormaster was $67.49. That's the price I got him for. I'm getting him.
That's a good price.
Unless it gets delayed December 7th, so that's. That's 2 weeks away. Okay, yeah. Big Swing and D says, you jammy beggar, Andy. He was all gone by the time I got paid, and then they were back to $89.99. Yeah, I'm not surprised. As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, I have to go and get it now. If I don't get it now, he's going to go very quickly. Oddly enough, there wasn't anything else that really dropped in price. They've still got like Quantum Leap on Blu-ray for $63.82, but I'm still like, yeah, still. Oof.
How much do you want to watch Quantum Leap?
That's the thing. I wouldn't mind, but I don't want to pay 63 quid.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot. I mean, it is Blu-ray and it is a big series, but I mean, the full price is 85, and I was like, I'm not paying 85 for that.
How big is Quantum Leap?
Quantum Leap is. Let's check Amazon because it'll actually have a little poopsie scoopsy. It should give me if the page loads. But yeah, that was the only other thing I had on my wish list that actually was like, oh yeah, this is a Black Friday deal. I was like, oh, yep, it's a usual year. Oh, it's taken 5,000 years to load. Fantastic.
6 seasons, Big Swing and D says.
Did he? Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, Big Swing and D.
Good last episode as well.
It's a total of runtime of 76 hours and 12 minutes. So, you know, realistically, is £63 okay for that? Yeah, but I don't have that much money. I can just poop onto the floor and be like, whatever.
Less than £1 an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. Like I
Pay
say,
a lot more
it's,
for things by the hour sometimes.
that's like what?
Porn.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah.
It's deep. I mean, it's not deep.
If you need an hour of porn, though, that's like.
No, you
That's
don't.
ridiculous, isn't it?
I mean,
It's
I
only
mean,
an
if you
hour.
need an hour of porn, you just. I mean, who are you trying to impress?
Like 10 seconds on loop does the job.
Exactly. You're good. You're fine. That's why the preview was good enough back in the day.
Preview, yeah.
The preview is good enough. You need the full thing. Nah, this
All
is
you
fine.
had, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all you had.
When you were a
10
kid,
minutes.
looking at
Plenty of
porn
time.
on the internet, you're like, I have 30 seconds. Oh, mate. 3
It
times.
was a
Easy.
luxury. It's, as long as it was moving, like it was like.
Yeah, back in the-
those were the days.
back
It's
in the
moving,
day,
It's moving. It's easy.
As long as it was more than 5 pixels big, you were happy.
What's become of us now?
It's too easy.
dear.
Apart from that, Steam had a big sale on, so I got Mortal Kombat 11. I've been playing that. That's fun.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I played Mortal Kombat 9 on stream not too long ago, and I forgot how sticky and stodgy the controls in that one were. Like, everything
Okay.
feels really weighted and heavy, and it's really hard to pull off combos successfully, and it doesn't feel quite as satisfying. I try to play 10, because I have 10, but 10 on Steam is not fun. It's not optimized and it's not being fixed, so it's hard to actually get running. So like, Mortal Kombat 11, the full thing for like £8, including the DLC. I was like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
That'll do.
Yeah, I've been playing that. It's not sticky. It's fun. It looks really good. It's got Kerry Hitagawa as Shang Tsung, the guy who played him in the original movie, and I was like, I can't say no. He's got. I love
Is it
Kerry
really?
Hitagawa.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
he's voicing the character. He looks like him. I like the only bad thing. It's not a bad thing about the game. I wish that Kerry Hitagawa had played in a live action version of Street Fighter and been a character in that, because then he could have been in Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat, the big 3 movies.
Anyway, yeah, the big 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's ever managed the big 3, I bet.
Have
I
you
bet
seen
there's
the
no
Tekken?
one that's crossed over.
Have you seen the Tekken live action film?
No. There's a few, isn't there?
No. There's one live action movie as far as I know. I know there's
bad.
there's like an anime movie, but I'm not sure if there's like multiple live actions. Don't get me wrong, it's not a good film. It's more like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. They're cheesy, silly, but Kerry Hitagawa plays Heihachi, and it's like, that's a good choice. It's a very good choice.
I quite like the newer Mortal Kombat. I enjoyed that.
Oh no,
That was great. That was great fun. I really liked it.
that wasn't for me. That wasn't for me.
But I did like the live action Cowboy Bebop, and everyone says to me,
Oh no,
"What's wrong with you, Brad?"
With
No, I really liked it.
with the 50-year-old Spike.
Yeah,
Oh, Brad.
I really loved it. I love Cowboy Bebop anyway, but I put it on thinking like, let's just watch this, see what it's like. I really enjoyed it because I just liked the way they took it. It was great. And everyone says to me like,
No.
"You're a dick."
Oh, Brad. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I've actually got a Cowboy Bebop t-shirt on as well. I did enjoy it, but I think I'm the only person on the planet that enjoyed it.
I have yet to see a live adaptation of an anime that's been like even a tenth of as good as the actual anime itself.
Like Ghost in the Shell was.
No.
That was just, this didn't work, did it?
It's better than Death Note, to be fair.
I haven't seen the live action Death Note. I've heard that's terrible.
Yeah.
I've heard that's terrible.
Unsurprisingly, it's not very good.
And them as well never works really, does it? Either.
No. Wasn't there like in the rumors for years and years that they were going to do a live action American Gundam movie?
That was going around for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think from definitely from my point of view, it's like, please don't.
Oh God, yeah,
Please
don't. No.
Leave it. No, just
No.
don't.
No. Gundam.
I
I like Gundam
live
as an
action
anime.
maps that work, but then like Pacific Rim worked.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe enough in Hollywood that they could put. Also, Pacific Rim was quite a while ago at this point. Remember the sequel to
Long
Pacific
time ago.
Rim?
I haven't seen the sequel. I've heard it's awful.
boys.
Speed Racer says the Jack 90s. Speed Racer worked, I think. That was from what I've seen. Speed Racer was okay, wasn't it?
I'm
Was
not
that
sure.
Emil Hirsch?
I'm not sure I'd say it was a great film. I'd say it was probably okay because it was based off of kind of, it was very old anime. really, which didn't have a huge amount to it as far as I know. But
No.
yeah, maybe that was okay. I'm not
Big Swinging D says live action Gundam is in production with Netflix. The director of Kong Skull Island is doing it. Skull Island was alright.
Yeah, Skull Island was fun.
It's like he's done a big gorilla. Let's give him big robots.
It's also the important thing is who's the writer. Because if the writing is shit, then it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter, does it? At all?
No, there's a lot of really shittily written movies these days.
Michael
unfortunately.
Bay.
Well, he did. Yeah, did he write that? Yeah, he did actually, because there was a writer's strike at one point.
Some of it.
Yeah,
it was. It was the two of them as well. I can't remember what they called.
Orsi and Kurtzman.
That's the ones.
And they were shit as well.
They were absolute shite.
And everything they touch is shit. But there you go.
Didn't they do The Last Night as well?
Probably. I think they did a few Transformers film. But apart from Mortal Kombat, which I've been having a good time with, I got Dada Boy, God of War.
Dada Boy?
Dada Boy. Do you not know of Dada Boy?
Yeah. Oh, is this the thing with his son?
Yeah, Dada Boy. It's really well written.
People are calling it.
Yeah, because he's always going, boy. It's Christopher Judd plays Kratos' voice. Christopher Judd being Tilk from Stargate SG-1, if you've seen Stargate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. Have you played God of War, the new one? Not Ragnarok.
No, I've played like a really old one.
Okay.
I think I played one of the first. Was it PS2 it came on, or PS3?
It did.
PS3, wasn't it?
It was PS2. It was PS2. God of War 1 and 2 were on PS2, and 3 was on PlayStation.
I think
3.
I played 3. And I liked it for what it was.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of. To be honest, it wasn't Star Wars, so I just didn't play it. So shit. I play. What was it? What's the one where you've got all the robot animals? Horizon. My mate let me Horizon. Was like, play that. It's wicked. And I played 4 hours of it and was just like, I can't get into this. I mean,
I wouldn't say that Horizon's written desperately well, but it's also got the problem of it being an open world, and everything you do doesn't really matter because you can do a load of other stuff as well.
And I played it just after playing Breath of the Wild as well, and I was just like, I want to go over there to that stream on the hill, and you can't.
No.
Just like with the Breath of the Wild, you can.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild wasn't a game that I'd want to play because it's a Zelda game, but I say it's a good game. It looked good, at least. It looked fun. I would highly recommend like God of War because the writing in it's really good. And I watched a playthrough. Someone, Mauler on YouTube, did a playthrough of Ragnarok, and Ragnarok is writing-wise even better. It's really strong storytelling. Really, really strong. It's very there's a lot of emotion conveyed through like the animation on Kratos' face. So he doesn't say how he feels, but you can just look at him and go, "Oh, he's not happy. He's really hurting. He's hurting emotionally a lot at the moment."
They didn't give him enough carrier bags in the shop. Is it PS4?
It's PS4 and PS5 and on Steam.
Okay, cool. I might give it a bash because I PS4 obviously.
You can get it for like £12, I think.
Really?
It's like on the greatest hits collection for PlayStation 4.
Oh.
I paid more because obviously it's on Steam, so it's more expensive. But yeah, you can get it pretty cheap. Ragnarok is obviously full price because it only recently just came out. But I get it for £10, so you can have a really good game.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll have a little look. I might even look at Steam because I've never actually run anything decent on my computer. I'm pretty sure my computer's all right. So.
I don't know. It'd be a lot cheaper to get it on PlayStation 4 anyway. And then you don't even need to worry about compatibility. Like I say, £10 or something. Check Amazon. You can probably get it cheap there or anywhere. CEX,
I have a little doozy in it.
I actually heard I saw a CEX advert, and they actually said it wasn't like they advertise themselves not as CEX but as sex.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
And I was like, fuck off. No, it's CEX.
No, they do say sex in the advert.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Why would you do that?
No, it's CEX. Everybody calls it CEX. I've never heard anyone in the real world say, oh, yeah, sex. And people go, I know that place.
Let's go to sex.
It
doesn't work in a sentence, does it?
No, CEX. I go, yeah, I know it. I know CEX. Yeah.
It's like, what are they trying to start? What are they trying to start?
I got annoyed.
That's where we go to get games.
That woke me. Like, I woke up this morning, turned on TV, had a little nap. Because that's what you do when you hit the alarm. I put TV on, and then I heard that advert come on, and I was like, whoa, wait a second. And I had to get out of bed. It annoyed me so much. I was like, no, I can't handle this.
To get out of bed, like that really affected your morning.
Yeah, well, it was the thing. It woke me up fully. It was like my brain kicked in. I heard that word, and my brain kicked in. Sat up in bed and went, well, I need the toilet now, and now I have to get up. Let's go. Annoying. Apart from that, what else have I been doing? I think that's all the interesting stuff I've done, to be honest. Yeah, we were meant to have Mikey back this week. Mikey has issues. I think he got ill again or something. We might be getting Mikey back next week, but I don't know. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Mikey.
Happy birthday, Mikey.
By the time if he hears this, it won't be his birthday because it's Sunday. So go wish Mikey happy birthday on Twitter and whatnot, if you like, or Facebook, wherever you find your Mikeys. And I think with that, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Let's just see if anybody had anything to say in the chat, question-wise. Can't stop playing Apex Legend. It's just addictive.
That's what the kids in school play as well. They say it's really good.
Do you hear that, Big Swinging D? You play a children's game.
What's Gabagool?
I don't know.
I woke up this morning and got some Gabagool.
Maybe it's like STD?
That would be like the coolest named one, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure it'd be the coolest name.
Like Warcraft STDs.
I don't think like
Warcraft. You go to an apothecary to cure your Gabagool.
I don't think like the doctor walking in and going, "I'm sorry, Brad, you've got Gabagool." You'd be like, "Oh, I feel good today. I'm pissing fire, but I got a cool name."
That would be that would be good though, wouldn't it?
Gabagool.
I don't know it would. I don't know pissing fire would be good.
No, like you shit fire when you've had a spicy curry or something. So imagine pissing it would be way worse. Whew, sheesh.
Unless it caught fire on the way out, it would just look really cool, wouldn't it?
Well, if it actually... Well, are we talking about, like, Ghost Rider, the live-action movie, where he actually pisses fire?
Is he really?
Yeah, the Nick Cage...
Nick Cage?
It's a Nick Cage. It might be the second one, but I'm not sure. It's one of them.
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
Urban Dictionary.
What's Gabagool?
Oh, hang on. Gabagool. My wife sends me capicola ham. My wife sends me here to shop because they got good Gabagool. Is this from the Sopranos or something? Gabagool, Sicilian pronunciation for the spicy deli ham capicola. Do you want provolone on your Gabagool sandwich?
It doesn't sound real.
Gabagool. Yeah, it doesn't sound real. Which is what the Sopranos and many Italian Americans use. Gabagool.
The Jack said that's a Sopranos reference. Okay.
Yeah. We just discovered the ham thing.
It still doesn't sound real though. Gabagool.
It doesn't. It sounds fake. Gabagool.
Hey, I like some Gabagool.
No, I think it was popular. Yeah, it definitely was popular. He says Sopranos wasn't that popular in Europe, I guess. No, it definitely was. Loads of my mates watched Sopranos. I just didn't. I'd have got it if I'd have watched it.
Yeah, I never watched it either. I don't even know what channel it was on.
I went through a phase of just watching all the deaths on The Sopranos on YouTube,
Jesus.
and they kept coming up in your feed. You know, when you go to your feed, it's just they were there. So I just watched them. It was quite entertaining, but now I've spoiled it for myself, so I'll never go through The Sopranos.
Are you saying there was no clip that you saw that was just called "He Spilled the Gabagool"?
No, exactly. Yeah, they take real good care of their Gabagool, I guess.
Nobody died near the Gabagool. You got to protect it.
Like nobody dropped it either. They had really like sturdy platters.
Damn, son.
Them good platters.
I'm gonna have to look at some Gabagool when we finish the stream.
It looks quite nice.
It looks good.
Looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Gabagool. Yeah.
Gabagool.
It's like a big ham, I suppose.
Oh, Gabagool.
Really yeah.
Oh, I've seen images of Gabagool before. Yeah, it just looks like something like a slice of salami. Oh no. Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna move you out of the way, and I'm gonna put up an image that I found, which is
Gabagool.
Where is it?
Get that big ham in front of my head.
Look at that.
Look at the Gabagool.
Look at the Gabagool.
Tony just eating the Gabagool.
You just put that Gabagool in. I love it when she feeds me some Gabagool.
Gabagool, baby.
There's another one. My
really
God.
Hungry. I got some. I got from my prize box. I got a whole bag of Haribos in the car, so I might go and have some Haribos after this before I go to bed. That's a good thing to do, isn't it? Haribos before I go to bed.
Yeah, well, not bad. I want some gabagool, though.
I
But
really want to gabagool.
Mr. Brad, where can people find you on the internet? Can you find a place where you can buy your own gabagool?
Oh, I wish. There's not even any available on my YouTube channel. But if you want to go to my YouTube channel, it's Exilian XLR at YouTube, I guess. And then the same on, what's the other thing we got? Twitter is at Exilian XLR, and the other thing is Instagram at Exilian XLR. Exilian, like the spelling of the Japanese version of Hot Shot in Galaxy Force, and then XLR, the letters XLR.
You got a new video out this week recently, didn't you? It's another rap one.
I put up a video of, so it's a video that Shooty uploaded about 6-7 months ago, that I kept meaning to upload on my channel, but I finally got around to it this week. It's a rock video on Kingdom pipes.
Oh,
Kingdom Deluxe Figure pipes, yeah. So we did that a couple of months ago. We've got Blitzwing one coming out hopefully in the next week, which is like it's my favorite one so far that we've done together.
when's a normal Brad video coming out?
So there is a grinding that I filmed yesterday has been partially edited, which should be hopefully out by next weekend.
Oh,
It's
nice.
just the regular pickups, and then I've got there's going to be hopefully a review of, I want to put, Guard Shell from Galaxy Force. Was his Landmine?
Yeah.
Cybertron Landmine.
Yeah.
I want to get that. And that's next on the old chopping block. No, chopping block is when you're going to get rid of it, isn't it? Next in line.
Next in line. Okay, yeah.
That's the one that's next in line. So yeah, we'll get some stuff up on there.
Brad's worth a watch.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Exilian spelled with an E first, the Jack. EX.
Yeah, people keep saying that's the one. I'll put it in the chat. Hang on. So it's people keep calling me Exilian XLR.
There you go. It's in the Twitter chat if you want it. There it is. But yeah, those are all the places you can find them.
Or Cardiff.
Oh, Cardiff. Wow, there you go.
Just put Brad's house Cardiff into your sat nav. There's only 3 houses, so
You'll find it.
there's only 3 houses in the whole of Wales.
I believe
You'll
it. The
find
spread apart as well.
They are.
Yeah.
I am the most southern house, and therefore responsible for the weather forecast of the whole country.
Don't fuck it up.
No.
You can
Well,
find
just
me.
say rain.
You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter as Decayed Andy, as in a decaying corpse rather than a 10-year period. I'm on. We're on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn, and on YouTube. And on YouTube, we're at Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. You can go over to patreon.com/Moonbase2, and if you do $2 each month, you get the From the Files to Teletron 2 when there's Mikey around to do them. And you also get the Moonbase Woo, where I talk about non-transformery things in more detail. And I hope to record some woo-woo maybe on Tuesday if I'm free. I'm hoping. We're also on the ccbunker.weebly.com if you want to go that way. But thank you, Brad, for filling in again this week. It's been fun chatting to you, little face.
Always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Whenever you want me on, I'm more than happy to. I enjoy it. It's a lovely way to end a Sunday night. So
Yeah, nice and
give me a
chill.
shout. I'm always happy when I can to fill in.
Yeah, and thank
Mikey.
you, people in the chat, for joining us. It's been fun seeing the little people talking in the comments section. And if you want to join us for a live stream, head over to YouTube, Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast, or over to my Twitch channel, Decayed Andy. And you can come and have a little watch here as well. So there you go. And you can talk to us live in person. And I'm going to force Mikey to do it at gunpoint. So that should be fun.
And Gabagool.
Gabagool. I'm told it's not called Gabagool. I'm going to have to ask Mikey about Gabagool.
Conjure up some ham from somewhere now, aren't we?
But until next week, everybody, thank you for coming on by. And until next time, I'll see you next time. I don't know about Brad, but we'll see you in the future, everybody.
Hopefully. See you soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.